Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I'm sharing with you my diary entry for the week of February 5th through 11th. Today is Saturday, February 11th. So this week I actually don't have a reading wrap-up for you. I haven't finished reading anything this week, and so I will have a reading update for you. I will share with you my progress on my blanket of reads, and then I have a tiny yarn haul to share with you. So let's get into it. So as far as my reading update goes, I am currently reading Blood Fever, which is the second book in the Fever series by Karen Marie Moning. I'm reading this as part of the read-along for my friend Janaea's read-through of this series. Janaea's channel is Live a Thousand Lives. I will go ahead and link her announcement video down in the description box below in case you're interested in joining in. But we are reading through the Fever series, one book a month. This has been a series that I've been meaning to continue for a while. So I reread the first one last month and enjoyed it. And so from here on out, all of the books are new material for me. And so I've found this particular installment to be very interesting, much more so than the first volume, because I kind of already knew a lot of the stuff that happened, even though it had been quite a while since I had read the first installment. That time I decided to read it via audiobook, and so that was a new experience for me, but I didn't quite jive with the narrator. So this time on book 2, I decided to read my ebook copy because I do own most of the series, at least the ones with Michaela, which I believe are the first 5 on ebook, and then I won a copy of the 5th book from Janaea during one of her bingo games, I believe. So she sent me a paperback copy of the 5th one. And so I decided to go ahead and read the ebook copy that I have of Blood Fever. I am 75% in on chapter 17. And so far, I've enjoyed this one, I would say, a bit more than my reread of Dark Fever, which was the first one. Definitely a better experience for me without the narration, but I will have to say that the narration provided the pronunciations for the Irish words that are coming up in the book. And I don't know about you, but when I read Irish words, the way they're spelled is not how they sound. And so I do miss out on not having the correct pronunciation. And because of that, I'm constantly getting tripped up every time they mention something Irish. So that's kind of my only downside to not having the audio book for the second one. But like I said, I am enjoying this one. It is moving a lot faster for me reading through instead of listening. And so, yeah, I'm really interested in what's happening at the moment where I'm in. Mac has got herself into a little bit of a situation, and I'm looking forward to seeing how she gets herself out of that. But yes, really enjoying that one so far. And then for my audiobook, since I decided to read Blood Fever instead of listen to it, I decided to listen to Living Dead in Dallas, which is the second book in the Suki Stackhouse series by Charlaine Harris. So this is something that I need to read for my TBR game. And I am on chapter 5. I didn't put a bookmark in here because I'm listening to it. I'm in the middle of chapter 5. So chapter 5 starts on page 106. So I'm somewhere between page 106 and page 138, which is when chapter 6 starts. It's okay. I'm still not really invested in these characters. I will have to say that I did watch the first season of True Blood, which I thought was interesting enough. I started to watch the second season and just decided to drop it. It wasn't really the kind of show that I enjoy. And so, yeah. I thought the books would be a little bit better, but they're not. I did find the beginning of this one interesting because a character that I'm pretty sure was alive the entirety of the first season of True Blood gets killed off right at the beginning of this volume. So, yeah, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, I'm not too interested in what's going on with this. I think these are entertaining enough just to have on in the background or just to read, you know, whenever. But it's not going to be a series that I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to pick up the next one right away. It's not one of those series for me. This is kind of one of those series I feel is going to be like, okay, I don't know what to read next. Oh, I've got these, you know, let me just pick up the next one type of thing. I do have several of them because I got them at like library book sales, or this one I got at Book Off, which is a used bookstore. This was $1. The ones at the library book sales, I've got it like 25 cents. And so I do have them, and so I should read through them. But yeah, it's just okay. Not too mysterious. Not really like invested in Suki or her relationship with her boyfriend Bill. Yeah, I'm just not really invested in them, so that's kind of a downer. I did expect that I was going to enjoy the series a lot more than I am, but that may just be that when I was first interested in the series, I was younger. And so maybe my tastes have just changed and I've outgrown stories like this. I don't know. I mean, it's entertaining enough, like I said. I did have a problem with some of the things that were said at the beginning of this book regarding LGBTQIA plus people. There's some like negative comments and things, derogatory statements talked about, not from Suki's perspective, but from other people's mouths in this series. And that kind of ticked me off. And so, yeah, that kind of didn't start this book off on a good note for me. We've kind of moved away from that. But I still, like, when I think about the story, that's what I remember, is those negative comments and derogatory statements. And when I have that kind of memory on a story, it never puts it into a good light for me. And so, yeah. At this point, I'm glad that I didn't pay more than $1 for any of these books. But this is not going to be one of those series where I'm just going to like, oh my gosh, it's my absolute fave. I need to read the next one right away, or I'm going to be rereading these. I know for a fact that when I'm done reading what I have, I will probably stop reading the series. Because I don't think I have all of them. I could be mistaken. Or I'll just unhaul everything at that time. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this one's just okay. I do know what audiobook I want to pick up when I'm done with this. And so I think that might also be playing into a factor with this, because I'm really interested in reading that right now, as opposed to this. But I want to finish this because, like I said, it's okay. I need to read it for my TBR game. It's not bad enough where I'm just like, oh, I'm going to DNF it. Because I feel like if I DNF it, then I got to DNF the rest of them. And I'm kind of interested about another character that's in here. Not Suki and Bill, but the other one. And seeing what he's all about. So, yeah. I don't know. It's okay. And yeah, so I didn't get to listen to my audiobook on Thursday on my lunch break because I had to help change out our computers. So I actually had to work on my particular one personally because IT did not want help. So yeah, we'll get into that a little bit later. But my lunch break was basically not a break. And so I didn't get to listen to my audiobook. So that wasn't fun. But that's also partly why I'm not further into that book than I should be, because I am only about 40% in. I think that's what the audiobook percentage says. So I should be finishing that book over the next week, as well as Blood Fever. That being said, it is the weekend before the Monochrome Manga Club meeting. So this coming Thursday, the 16th, is our Monochrome Manga Club meeting. And so I do need to read the Monochrome Manga Club selections starting tonight. So I have to put my books aside for a little bit. At least Blood Fever. Unless I can manage to keep my eyes open after I finish my volumes of manga. Because that hasn't been happening very often lately. Because I'm just really tired at the end of the day. Every day. It's really bad. And so, yeah. That's everything that I've been reading at the moment. So I should have at least one of those novels done by the time I talk to you next. Plus, I will finish all of the Monochrome Manga Club selections. So, yeah, there'll be a little bit more of a review section next week. But let's get into my knitting. So this is my blanket of reeds. I've done quite a bit. I did change out my needles to some traditional straight needles because having the extra weight of the first strip was causing it to fall off of my double pointed needle. And so I decided to switch out to something a little bit longer. These are shorter than normal traditional straight needles. So yeah, it's doing the job. So I think when I talked to you last, I was up here. I was just putting in volume 14 of Demon Slayer. And so I finished that one. This is Game Between the Suits volume 2. And then it didn't quite make it to 5 feet. And so I just filled in with some multicolored yarn. I think having this multicolored yarn will help give it like a uniformity on the edge. And so, yeah, I think every strip is going to have a little bit where it's not going to make the full amount of rows. So this will vary in size depending on what my reading is like. But yeah, it'll have a little bit of uniformity with this multicolored section. So I stopped there and then started the new strip. So it's down here. So this is Fruits Basket Volume 9. And you can see I am attaching as I go. So Fruits Basket Volume 9. This is my DNF, which was The Night Gardener by Jonathan Augier. Then this was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. For the Harry Potter books, I decided to go with the color that is the color that Harry Potter is on the title. And so for the first book, and I'm going by the very first editions that I received or that I purchased. So the first one, the Harry Potter, is in like a gold color. So that's where I got that one from. And then this navy blue is Blue Exorcist volume, was it 17 where I started? And so for the Blue Exorcist volumes, instead of finding a color that was on the cover, I decided to just alternate these two colors because these two colors are kind of similar to the colors that they use in the title. And so that'll give it some like uniformity. And so Blue Exorcist 17, 18, 19, I think, or whatever volumes I started in. So I'll have like 6 of these sections. So 3 in each color. So that's what I'm working on right now. So yeah, it's still going well. I think I'm progressing okay. Plus the fact that my reading has slowed down a little bit because I'm not reading as many volumes of manga helps me to catch up. So yeah, ongoing project for sure, but it's coming along really, really well. So I'm very happy with my progress with that. I have put it into this like Tokidoki grocery bag. I actually picked this up when I was in Hawaii. They were selling a lot of these types of grocery bag types that are huge. And so I actually got this at, I think the shop is called Anime Q. It's in the Pro Ridge Shopping Center. They had a whole bunch of different types of bags like this. So I picked up this one. I have a like Sums one and a Snoopy one. And so, yeah, really, really useful and very cute. And so I'm very happy with that project right now. I still haven't picked up my Advent sweater again because I've been working on this instead. And yeah, I just want to get to that point where I'm like caught up, and then I'll go back to my sweater until I have more things to put in. But yeah, I'm feeling okay with that. And so let's jump into the yarn haul, which I just have one tiny skein, and it's this. So this is from Fangirl Fibers. I decided to participate in her Muppets quarterly yarn club, or first quarter yarn club. I'm not sure that this is going to continue past the first quarter, but it is a Muppets 3-month yarn club, and so I opted for the fingering weight yarn, and it was going to be 1 month is Kermit, which obviously this is Kermit. 1 month is going to be Miss Piggy, so I presume this month, which I'll receive it at the end of the month, if not in March, will be Miss Piggy. And then there's going to be one other Muppet, which we are not informed what that Muppet will be, but we were told that all 3 of the skeins will coordinate, so we could use it in a project together if we would like. And so yes, I'm very happy with this. This is very, very Kermit-y. And yes, so I'm very happy with that. I've been enjoying the skeins that I've been purchasing from Fangirl Fibers. And so I'm really excited to see what other things she comes out with over the year. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about like yarn advent calendars for next year. I'm still like thinking about whether or not I want to purchase one. It is definitely super fun to open them up, you know, to have little packages to open up every day and to share them with you. But do I need them? That's another question. So yeah, I think I still have until about June before the first like advent calendars come up for pre-order. So we'll see. I will say that I kind of want a Lord of the Rings one. I saw Sock Witchery open hers during Vlogmas last year, and I was super jealous. I would have purchased that one if I had known that it had existed. But yeah, we'll see. There's always lots of different things that you can get your Advent like theme based on. So we'll see what's available this year, and I'll make a snap decision at that time. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to share with you this week. Like I said, we're working on the computer change out. I think I'm pretty much good to go. So I'll start using the new computer on Monday. They're just issues. My coworkers don't want to deal with IT, so they want me to help them with it, which takes time out of my desk, and nobody's doing my work, and it's like a tumbling thing, you know. If I'm putting my time elsewhere, stuff still needs to get done. So who's doing that? Nobody. And so I get a little ticked off. Because it's like, you want me to help you with this, but you won't help me with this. Do you know what I mean? And then my coworker tells me that they are impromptu taking off next week. So that's going to put me even more behind because we're a small company. So I've got to handle her entire desk for this next coming week, plus deal with the new computer issues with my other coworker and possibly my boss. It's a mess. I think I had told my friend Vanessa from the Crafty Planty Life podcast, you know, this week was bad, but there's always next week. Well, yeah. No, next week's not going to be good either. On another note, You may have noticed that the announcement videos for March Mystery Madness have started to roll out. And if you haven't seen them, I will link mine down in the description box below. Definitely go check it out. March Mystery Madness, I've talked to you about before. It's very much a part of my channel and a part of my reading life. It's something that I've been involved in for a very, very long time. I participated in the very first round and I've hosted ever since. So this will be our 8th round. I think it is one of the longest running readathons or reading events, I like to call it, that BookTube has had, at least I think, from what I've seen. And it's just a month where we promote and encourage the reading of mysteries throughout the month of March. So it's very laid back. We do provide a prompt and theme, and you're welcome to use them if you feel like you need a little bit more structure. But if you don't, just read a mystery and you're participating. That's always been our thing. Like, just read a mystery during the month of March. Any kind of mystery. Doesn't matter what kind of book you like. There's always something in there that has some kind of mysterious element in it. And you can consider that a mystery. So, like I said, my announcement video is down in the description box below if you'd like to go check it out. We also have a Discord and a Twitter and an Instagram. And so, yeah, I'm going to be filming my TBR. Oh, my voice is going. I filmed quite a bit today, but I'll be filming my TBR probably next Saturday to post on the 25th. So, yeah, it's an exciting time. It's also a stressful time. Just getting everything prepped and ready for that readathon. But you know, it's always something to look forward to, March Mystery Madness. It's always a great time. Definitely a time where lots of different types of readers come together and intersect and talk with each other, because most of the times our reading doesn't intersect, or we read a bunch of different types of things. But in March, it's like a celebration of all things mystery. And so even between myself and a lot of the hosts, we don't read the same things, but we're always there to support each other and talk to each other about the things that they're reading or their read-alongs and things like that. There's a lot of times where the hosts will kind of educate readers as to what a certain type of mystery is. Like, a lot of times the people that join March Mystery Madness, even the ones that are new, don't know about all of these different types of mysteries, like Golden Age mysteries, locked room mysteries, closed circle mysteries, manga mysteries. It's kind of something that I've kind of taken upon myself to be like the advocate, if you will, of those types of things. I used to be very much into the cozy mysteries, but there's a lot of the hosts that read cozies and specialize in that type of thing. And so when I stopped my cozy mystery book club, I decided to start focusing on manga and now light novels. And so I really want to try to bring that kind of flavor, I guess, if you will, to March Mystery Madness and help readers kind of explore this format of mysteries, I guess. So, yeah, it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and the camaraderie of the hosting team is just awesome. Like I said, my announcement video is down in the description box below if you're interested. Also in the description box of that video is a list of all of the hosts that are participating with us this year. And so you might be able to find someone who reads the stuff that you like to read among the hosts, because between the hosts, there's a wide variety of mysteries that are covered. So definitely go check that out. And that's pretty much all I've got for today. Next week, like I said, I have the Monochrome Manga Club meeting, so that's on Thursday. I'll probably do a little bit of manga shopping while I'm there. Maybe I'll take you guys along. It's been a couple of months since we've been in store purchasing stuff, so maybe I'll do that. have a little bit of extra content for the next diary entry. And then other than that, I don't really have any plans. No meetings that I know of anyway. And so, yeah, that's kind of better since it's going to be kind of a hectic week for me taking over 2 desks instead of just working on my own. But yeah, here's to surviving through the next week. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any big plans for the next week. Will you be participating in March Mystery Madness? If so, I'd really love to know. If nothing else, you'd just like to let me know that you were here. If you could leave me a yarn ball emoji for my mini yarn haul, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out. And that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye.